to my point earlier, as long as it's a risk-free yield, no. It'll be put to work in like a reverse repo overnight carry between banks. So if reverse repo fails, we got a lot bigger problems than, negative yields on your XRP. Like the world's collapsing type thing. So answer is no. As long as you have full faith in the U.S. government and the banking system, which I know, me either, but it's the safest thing we got. So, and they're back. Like they can print money anytime they want. So that's not going away. So no chance of negative yields as long as it's in a yield-bearing product. You'll always be guaranteed those yields, and that's the difference between yield and return, and why I always say returns on the fund, because there is a chance that things go negative on the fund. We saw that in the first quarter on the growth fund, but we're already up 5% this month. So again, it's kind of like crypto, right? Like there's no guarantees in crypto, but you also make hundreds of percents in a day. Sometimes you lose 50% in a day. Like if you want, the upside, you got to risk it for the biscuit. We do that on a much, much, much smaller scale in market neutral strategies with very low risk of loss. But on a risk curve, it's like, 1 being no risk, 10 being all the risk in the world. I call it like a 1.7, a 1.8. There's no counterparty risk. So, that's the biggest thing for me. I want to be bankruptcy remote. I want to make sure the assets are somewhere where they're not ever going to get liquidated or taken. If somebody else, decides to take too much risk, we're not subject to that. And that's why we've structured this. There's no counterparty risk, and there's no smart contract counterparty risk with the way that we do it either. So again, that's why I would rather stick with my strategy in the short term until we have like really proven that there's no issues with the smart contracts. They're insured by like Nexus or somebody else or Lloyd's of London. They're in institutional custody.